A 17-year-old rich girl doesn't want to go to school. She drops 1,000,000 rubles a month on plastic surgery just to gain internet followers. She splurges like crazy, shows off everything, and stages photo shoots non-stop. Her parents can't stand it anymore and don't get why she can't accept herself the way she is. So she's dead set on getting surgeries. So they decide to send her to the countryside for transformative education. This ain't just some regular lesson. It's a Alright, enough chit-chat. Let's jump right in. The girl's name is Alina. To be exact, she's the daughter of two wealthy people. Her mom used to be a lawyer, but became a housewife 10 years ago. Her dad runs a flower business, but her parents got divorced when she was 6. 8 months later, her dad started a new family, but he still gives Alina 500,000 rubles in monthly support to this day. Her mom's remarried too. Her new husband owns a livestock business. Since neither of her dads wanted to be on camera, her grandma took the other spot. Right after she graduated, her parents bought her a house, so she could live without a care in the world.
Я самая популярная, дерзкая, стильная, ну и, конечно, богатая.
My monthly beauty treatments cost around 700,000 rubles. All my makeup and styling are high-end custom jobs. Even my dog, he gets the fanciest spa treatments around.
Моя собачка должна быть самая лучшая, и в свои 5 месяцев это уже собака дочери миллионера.
Now Alina doesn't study or work. She spends all day on social media, showing off her wealthy lifestyle. Running an account like that means constant shopping, and she only buys luxury brands.
Вообще, я очень люблю дорогую одежду, брендовую. У некоторых людей, считаю, вообще нет вкуса.
What she's basically saying is, if you don't wear designer, you've got no style. But her family puts up with all this. After all, they're rolling in cash. But once she started getting cosmetic surgeries, especially her nose job, her family couldn't take it anymore, cause plastic surgery results ain't reversible. And the first thing she did was get her nose made smaller.
Ну разве мой носик не прекрасен? Смотрите, какой красивый.
Later, she got a chin job too, and now she's planning on getting butt augmentation. No matter how her mom tried to talk her out of it, she wouldn't listen. So, as a last resort, they signed her up for this transformation program. Of course, without the threat of cutting her allowance. She'd never agreed to go.
Что я там буду делать? Что-то копать с такими ногтями? Как подписчики будут жить без меня?
Honestly, seeing this makes the internet feel kinda scary. No matter what kind of person someone is, as long as people like what they post, that group will just go along with their ideas. Alright, let's see if Alina can actually be turned around. This transformation takes place in a big rural family not far from Moscow. The family are descendants of musicians. The husband Alexander works as a mover now, and his wife, Natalia, is a housewife. The family's monthly income is 48,000 rubles. Their oldest daughter, Shia, is 17. She's responsible, beautiful, and loves studying. They're all super excited to meet their guests, because they've never met a rich person before. The welcome ceremony was full of warm vibes, but Alina didn't feel a thing.
Вся ухоженная, по ней сразу видно, что она богатая.
When she walked in, she didn't even want to give her name. Said she didn't feel like it because she didn't know them. But the family still introduced themselves anyway. At the dinner table, she cringed when she saw the family grabbing slices of pie with their hands. But regular families don't wear gloves like restaurants do, so Alina just brushed it off.
Я не планирую общаться, и они мне ничем не пригодятся в жизни.
But the bigger problem was she refused to eat their food. She wanted French cuisine. To cheer her up, the grandma kept gushing about how pretty she was, but Alina's haughty look made it clear she thought she was better than everyone.
Какая причина того, что ты приехала к нам?
Родителям не понравилось.
Мне бы тоже не понравилось.
Но я просто совершенствую.
Тоже не дала бы, не то что согласие, ни копейки бы не дала.
У вас и нет копейки, наверное, чтобы дать.
Поверь, что свои...
That sarcastic comment only made Natalia feel like she had to defend herself. Turns out, being tough on a rich girl like this doesn't work. Instead, her words just made the less wealthy feel inferior. Later, they showed her around the house. To her, the rooms were a total mess. The bathroom was terrible, and the farm smell was unbearable. So she decided to pack her bags and leave.
Может, все-таки ты останешься?
Ну вот как есть, так и живите. Все, не снимайте.
The worst part for her was the sleeping arrangements. But Gia ran out to tell her there were no taxis around, and the production team wouldn't drive her back. Plus, Gia had run out in just a short-sleeved shirt to chase after her, so she figured she should head back first.
Я вернулась только потому, что деньги мне перережут.
When they got back, the family made her borscht to cheer her up. After all, if the transformation failed, it'd mean their attempt to teach her was a flop. But Alina demanded a decent place to sleep. Otherwise, she was ready to bolt any time. Gia tried her best to talk to her, but Alina just kept complaining about the conditions.
Ну, посмотри, вот что за ошметки выходят. Это отвратительно просто. До свидания.
She didn't even want to take a shower. Now she just wanted the family to make a bed for her right away.
Я тебе желаю спокойной ночи, дорогая.
The grandma was so kind, but Alina still had a sour look on her face. Listening to Gia singing lullabies to her little siblings next door only made Alina more annoyed.
Баюшки, баю.
On the second day of the experiment, she woke up early because she'd gone to bed so soon the night before. The family's breakfast was just bread and milk tea, totally tasteless to her. After breakfast, Gia wanted to take her to do some chores, but the place was covered in manure, and she refused to go near it. Then Alexander took her to help clear weeds and trim trees around the house. During all this, Alexander asked her how her relationship was with her dad. Alina said her dad was way too strict. Every conversation with him made her cry.
Он всегда меня за что-то ругает. То есть нет такого, что я была бы какой-то идеальной. Я вечно какая-то не такая.
Her dad mainly yelled at her about her studies and her plastic surgery. But when Alina found out that Alexander wasn't Shia's biological dad either, and that Shia's real dad had left when she was little, she realized that at least her two dads still cared about her. Compared to Gia, she actually had it pretty good. Whatever issues her parents had between them, maybe it wasn't her business, and there was nothing she could do to change it. But as long as her parents still loved her, that was all that mattered for a kid, right? But Alina still resented her biological dad, cause he'd started a whole new family.
Не переживай. Все будет хорошо. Такая замечательная дочка. Ты очень красивая, добрая.
It just goes to show how important a father's love is for a kid. And in that moment, Shia's kindness really touched her. When someone feels warmth from another person, it means their relationship is gonna get closer and closer. Alina didn't know how to cook, so Gia taught her how to chop vegetables first. Once you open up a kid's heart by talking about things that matter to them, and let them feel useful by letting them help out, they'll listen to whatever you have to say. I've used this trick on kids countless times. It always works. From that moment on, Alina started to think this place wasn't so bad after all. Riding that wave of good mood, the whole family treated her to a real spa experience.
Мы из нее выбили негатив.
Now you could see a real change in her face, though she still wasn't fully opening up. All this did was calm her down inside, and that night, she actually enjoyed falling asleep to the lullabies next door. On the third day of the experiment, Alina learned to share. She pulled out her face masks and offered to do them with Natalia and Gia. After breakfast, Gia took Alina to the cafe where she worked part-time in the village. As a guest that day, no one would have guessed the rich girl was the one waiting on them.
Шоколадная.
Я не понимаю, что...
She couldn't even read her own handwriting, so she had to ask the guests again.
Я
I used to yell
всегда
at servers
ругала
all the time,
официантов,
but
которые,
now
но
that I'm
когда я
on the other
оказалась по
side,
ту
it's so
сторону,
awkward.
и мне стало неловко.
Once she'd walked a mile in someone else's shoes, it's safe to say she'd start understanding others better. For the rest of the morning, she worked at the cafe with Gia without a single complaint. After her shift, Natalia picked them up and took them mushroom picking in the mountains. This gave her a chance to explore nature and feel the joy of being close to something so healing.
Посею лебеду на берегу, посею лебеду на берегу.
Being surrounded by the forest, singing together, it's not just healing for a rich girl. Even regular people in real life would feel refreshed. It's a spiritual feeling, something you can't put into words. That's when Natalia knew it was time to talk to her about the plastic surgery and her dad.
Тоже, когда молодая была. Я вышла замуж, я перестала с ним общаться. Много лет прошло, его уже нет, давно в живых. Я сейчас, конечно, об этом жалею очень. А сейчас приедешь, посидишь на могилке.
You could tell Natalia was speaking from the bottom of her heart when she said this to Alina. Time flies, people grow old, and eventually we all leave this world. The mistakes we make when we're young, we always end up regretting them when we're older. Why bother with all that? To make the moment even more impactful, the production team even managed to bring in Shia's biological dad. Their simple chat about everyday life made Alina feel like her own dad was sitting right there with her, because she'd never had a calm, normal conversation with him like that before. Finally, Gia took Alina to meet some of her friends, because deep down, Alina still hadn't fully let go of her desire for more plastic surgery. Gia started the conversation by talking about fashion and styling, and when they got to the topic of beauty, she gently gave her some advice. First, she told Alina she was already beautiful enough. Getting more surgery would be overkill, like drawing a snake and adding legs. Honestly, what she said didn't matter as much as the fact that Alina was finally willing to listen to anyone's advice. They'd laid all the groundwork beforehand, so the key isn't always about how to educate or convince someone, it's about how to get them to actually listen. All that genuine kindness and warmth left her with no reason to argue or resist. This episode wasn't just some cheesy feel-good routine, it was a real, honest-to-goodness soul cleansing. Today was the last day. The house was filled with guests. After all, they were descendants of musicians. The Alexander family even prepared a performance for everyone. It's the kind of warm family atmosphere most people only dream of having. And of course, Alina fit right in. From being cocky and distant at first, to now being like a friendly neighbor girl, she could barely recognize herself. And that meant Alina's transformation was a total success. It also meant it was time for her to leave.
Ну, будем ждать звонка о том, что у тебя все хорошо, все наладилось.
I'm sure moving forward, she won't be putting any more plastic in her body. At the same time, she planned to go back to school for real and have a serious talk with her dad when she got home.
Бабушка, да я все съем.
Молодец.
Okay, family love has awakened. That's a wrap for this episode. See you next time.